Imagine stumbling upon a village perfectly preserved, but utterly empty, not a soul in sight. Where did everyone go? Today, we're diving into the world's most mysterious deserted villages, places where time stands still and unanswered questions hang in the air. First, let's journey to Haotun, on Changshan Island in China. What was once a bustling fishing village of over 2,000 people is now a ghost town, swallowed by nature. From a distance, it looks like a green paradise, with lush ivy blanketing every single building. But as you get closer, you see the abandoned homes, the silent streets, the school where no children have played for decades. The official story is that residents left in the 1990s for better opportunities and access to education on the mainland. The small bay couldn't accommodate the larger fishing boats needed to compete. It sounds practical, but walking through those silent, vine-choked alleys, you can't help but feel there's a deeper, more personal story lost to time. It's a hauntingly beautiful reminder of how quickly nature reclaims what we leave behind. Why did they leave everything, as if they vanished overnight? Next, we travel to the windswept Orkney Islands of Scotland, to a settlement far older, Skara. This isn't a village from the last century. This is a Neolithic settlement, over 5,000 years old, even older than the pyramids of Giza. It was perfectly preserved under sand dunes for millennia until a massive storm in 1850 unveiled it. We can see stone beds, dressers, and even a sophisticated drainage system. It gives us an incredible window into prehistoric life. But here's the mystery. Why was it abandoned? Archaeologists believe a sudden, catastrophic event, perhaps another violent storm, forced the inhabitants to flee with only the clothes on their backs. Others suggest a more gradual decline, as the climate changed and coastal erosion threatened their homes. We have the what, a perfectly preserved village, but the why remains buried with its long-gone residents. Can you imagine packing up and leaving a home your ancestors had known for generations? Now, let's head to the scorching sands of Namibia, to a place called Kolmanskap. In the early 1900s, a diamond was found in the sand, and overnight, this barren patch of desert transformed into a lavish, German-style town. It had a hospital with the first X-ray machine in the southern hemisphere, a theater, a ballroom, and even an ice factory. It was an oasis of luxury, all funded by the diamond rush. But the diamonds were finite. By the 1930s, the supply dwindled, and richer deposits were found further south. The residents packed up and left, abandoning their grand homes to the relentless desert. Today, sand dunes have invaded the buildings, filling rooms waist high with golden grains. Walking through these sand-drowned mansions feels surreal, a powerful testament to the boom and bust cycle of fortune. The opulence is still visible under the sand, a ghostly whisper of a time when diamonds were literally lying on the ground. Our next stop is a bit different. It's not ancient, and it wasn't abandoned for economic reasons. It's Centralia, Pennsylvania. Until the 1960s, Centralia was a typical American mining town. But in 1962, a fire started in an abandoned coal mine beneath the town, and it never went out. For decades, residents lived with smoke billowing from cracks in the ground, toxic gases seeping into their basements, and the constant danger of sinkholes. The ground beneath their feet was literally on fire. The government eventually bought out most of the homes and relocated the residents. Today, only a handful of people remain, refusing to leave their ancestral home. The streets are buckled and cracked, and a perpetual haze hangs in the air. Centralia is a stark warning of an environmental disaster that can't be stopped, a fire that could burn for another 150 years. What must it feel like to know the ground you walk on is an inferno? From a burning town to a flooded one, let's visit Villa Epecuén in Argentina. This town was a thriving lakeside resort in the 1970s, famous for the therapeutic, salty waters of its lagoon. Tourists flocked here. But in 1985, a rare and catastrophic weather event caused the lake to burst its banks. Slowly, relentlessly, the water rose. Over the course of 2 weeks, The entire town was submerged under 30 feet of corrosive salt water. For 25 years, Villa Epecuén was Argentina's Atlantis, a ghost town hidden beneath the waves. Then, in 2009, the waters began to recede, revealing a post-apocalyptic landscape. The salt water had bleached everything white, leaving behind skeletal trees, rusted cars, and the crumbling shells of buildings. It's an eerie, otherworldly place. And a strange twist, one man, Pablo Novak, returned to his drowned hometown and is now its sole resident, a living testament to the town's tragic history. Finally, we go to Kayaki, Turkey. This village, nestled in the hills, was once a harmonious community where Greek Orthodox Christians and Anatolian Muslims lived side by side for centuries. The stone houses and churches that now lie in ruin were once full of life. But it all ended with a population exchange between Greece and Turkey in 1923 after the Greco-Turkish War. The entire Christian population of Kayaki, around 6,500 people, was forcibly uprooted and sent to Greece. The Muslim farmers who were supposed to replace them found the hilly land unsuitable for their needs and soon left. So, the village was simply left to decay. Unlike our other stories of natural disasters or economic shifts, Kayaki is a profound and sorrowful monument to the human cost of political conflict. It wasn't nature or fortune that emptied this village. It was a decision made by men in power. The empty homes and crumbling churches stand as a silent, heartbreaking testament to a lost community. Each of these villages tells a different story of nature's power, the lure of fortune, environmental disaster, and political turmoil. They are frozen moments in time, raising questions we may never be able to answer. What secrets are still buried under the sands of Kolmanskop or the vines of Haltuin? What would the last residents of Skara tell us if they could? These places remind us that everything we build, no matter how grand or permanent it seems, can be reclaimed by time, nature, or the tides of history. Which of these villages' stories captivated you the most? Imagine you had to leave your home tomorrow, never to return. What one thing would you take with you? Let us know in the comments below. If you're as fascinated by these forgotten worlds as we are, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next mystery.